that special.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. Outside Edwards. Over in the corner, McDaniels. Back to Edwards. For the three. The rebound by Queta.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
And so it looks like the Celtics will retain possession here.
And always a bit of risk on those long passes. Lucky the D couldn't come up with it there.
Here's White. The kick out to Brown. It's stolen by Edwards. Got a piece of it. Back to McDaniel. Over in the corner, Edwards. Takes the three. The Timberwolves again can't hit. Here's Brown. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It's on Anthony Edwards.
Tricky move by Brown inside, making sure he gets the whistle and completes his motion.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. Can't allow that to happen.
Edwards with it. He's got 8. 2 on the clock.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Timberwolves ahead, up 3. From Target Center, back in a moment. And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Celtics trailed by 3. To the middle. Here's Queta. Tatum on the wing. A leaner. And McDaniels with the block.
A swat from McDaniels with a near 7-foot wingspan. He can cover a lot of ground. Defensively, if you're going to disrupt his rhythm, you have to put more pressure on.
Back to Tatum. Unloads from 13. Rudy Gobert with the rebound. Minnesota leading by 6. Right side, Edwards. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Well, Edwards is so strong. He'll complete the play unless you wrap him up.
The Timberwolves have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this thing. Celtics trailed by 9. Here's White. Puts it up off the inbound.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
Randall brings the double team. Here's Brown. Pass to Tatum. Inside, Tatum finds the deuce.
Well, look, Tatum has the length and strength to do damage in there.
Edwards, good.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Pass to Edwards. From deep three-point land. Fires the 3. The rebound by Queta. Celtics trailed by 11. Here's Tatum from the baseline. Basket good. Tatum's got 23 points.
Well, when it comes to his jump shooting, Tatum is extremely efficient in catch-and-shoot situations.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards.
Yeah, what a disconnect. Sloppy play like that is something they can expect to come up in the film session.
It's Brown on the wing. 6 points for him. Fast break, Minnesota. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played.
Well, when Edwards gets this hot, all an opponent can hope to do is limit the damage.
Brown on the move. Right side Tatum. Back to Brown. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Brown's got 8.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Pass to Dosunmu. Outside for Randall. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Back to Gobert. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
Well, given how tall and lengthy Gobert is, it makes sense why he looks to score inside. Nice bucket there.
Here's Dosunmu. And he uses the glass on the layup. Dosunmu's got the lead up to 13 now for Minnesota.
Man, just adding insult to injury. He just waltzes inside and extends this lead.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
And he drives in, and the basket is good. Tatum's got 27.
Off the bounce, Tatum has so many different ways he can take it.
Out to Edwards. From past the arc. The 3-ball from Anthony Edwards.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, it's certainly worth it to disrupt the offense. Coaches notice that extra effort.
Brown outside. To the inside. Tatum. And the dunk by Tatum.
What a move by Tatum. Finishing strong at the ring.
White. Randall with the block. Near the three-point line, it's Edwards. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
And Keita gets it to go.
Well, his rebounding is such a boost for this team, especially when it comes on the offensive end.
And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They've set the tone. They love their tempo. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Timberwolves leading by 10. Outside Conley. Jacks up a 3. He can't hit that time. Pass to White. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist.
I like that from White. Attacking the heart of that defense.
Here's Conley. Highland deciding where to go with it. Shot clock at 6. And then Randall slams it in.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Highland. A rebound by the Celtics.
Yeah, credit the defense there, not allowing the easy layup.
The kick out to Tatum. Off target from outside. Timberwolves leading by 8. The wide open look here for Highland. And it's White with the rebound. Brown outside. Inside. Pass to Walsh. Tatum on the wing. They get the rebound. Keita. It's White on the wing. down low. It's White on the wing. Just 2 to shoot. He takes it in. Good. White's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Cunning drive by White. He saw a hole and took advantage.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. The Timberwolves making a switch here. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Chris Finch was going over with his team. He said to his guys, this one is not over yet. You have worked hard for this lead, and we are not about to give it up now. Stay focused and keep hustling. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thank you for that. Edwards. Anthony Edwards hammers it home.
Well, talk about a guy who plays above the rim. Anthony Edwards.
Brown. The putback. Another shot. Count it.
And that's a lesson for the D. Fight harder on the glass.
Yeah, they need to pay attention to the details. Second chance points are backbreaking.
Side Edwards. Picked by Reed. Cream from outside.
Well, right there, Edwards uses the screen to create the space he needs.
Brown. That one is good.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, and how great have these offenses been for these teams tonight? Just fantastic execution.
Edwards. The long shot, no good.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Tatum. Got it.
Well, you know who their number one option is when they need a big bucket, and Tatum rarely disappoints.
And so Chris Finch calls for the timeout. And that timeout by coach was carefully measured, wanting to make sure that everybody is on the same page here. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Outside Edwards. Inside Edwards finishes strong.
Well, look, it's tough to keep Edwards out of the lane and tough to stop him once he's in there.
Misses the three. Celtics trailed by 7.
This has reached desperation time for them.
It's not going to be easy now. They're going to need just about everything to go right from this point on.
And stolen by White. Reed with the rebound. So it's Minnesota now. 13 points was their biggest lead in the game.
Well, it doesn't matter where he is on the court. If Edwards likes a look, he's going to take it.
Tatum. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to go on Naz Reid. Good on the first, and that narrows the gap to 7. And a tough break as his second attempt at the line, no good.
Well, you never want to leave points at the line, especially when you're down late.
And it's just competing. You know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Edwards. Gobert. Now Edwards. He drills the 3.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
Puts up the 3. Up again. Takes the 3. And so it's the Timberwolves taking care of business here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
Thank you for joining us.